So, as it turns out, can you hear me? As it turns out, postpartum depression is normal. Who knew? I should have known. My birth mother was one of its victims. She cried all the time, and she took her own life when I was 6. So the pretty woman with the hat is Mina, and over there is Mati. She's the best stepmother ever. I asked her to marry my dad before he did, and we lived happily ever after. Until postpartum depression hit me. When I became suicidal, that was a wake-up call. I knew I had to change the ending of the story, so I kicked rock bottom hard to push myself all the way up. I became a student and a crusader for this cause, and this is what I've learned. Half of all mothers imagine hurting their baby or hurting themselves in the first year of their newborn's life. Is that normal enough? It's normal in the sense that it is common, not in the sense that it is good. Yes, babies are cute, and we love them, but motherhood is hard and painful and lonely. And since mothers are expected to sacrifice everything for everybody, we get to feel guilty instead of feeling supported. If you don't have kids, imagine life without sleep, sex, adult conversation, add a hormonal roller coaster, and take away control over pretty much everything. How do you like that? So we sign up for a bundle of joy, and we get buried under an avalanche. And then we are surprised when we start feeling like dirt. It's part of the territory, but we take it as proof that we are weak and stupid, or worse, bad mothers. A bad mother is someone, a bad mother doesn't care about her kids enough to take care of them. And like vampires, they're scary and fascinating, and they don't exist. So if you feel guilty about your parenting, that's your proof that you're not a bad mother. In fact, you're doing your best. You've never worked harder at anything in your entire life. So when horrible or violent thoughts come up, know this. Oh, wrong slide. Yes. Know this, you are not the only freak in town. It is common to imagine hurting your baby. Contemplating suicide is common. The good news is that most women never act on these thoughts. The bad news is that for female suicide, postpartum depression is one of the leading causes. That is why changing the conversation about the postpartum reality will save lives. When we expect something so hard to come naturally, we're setting ourselves up for depression. Avoiding guilt is crucial. Guilt and shame are the root of depression. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. The normal baby blues should go away in about 2 weeks. If you've been suffering for more than 3 weeks, it's time to ask for help. Sleep deprivation is a major risk factor for self-harm. So if you have lost the ability to sleep, especially when someone else is taking care of the baby, that should raise a red flag. Sleep medications and antidepressants, many of them are safe even for breastfeeding mothers. So please speak to your healthcare provider. Now, husbands, friends, in-laws, don't bring flowers, bring dinner. Fold the laundry and babysit. Ask, how can I help? And do it often. And by the way, it's impossible to feel miserable when somebody's rubbing your feet. So give her feet some love. And whatever you do, don't say you just need to relax, because she'd love to. She just can't. Motherhood is riddled with contradictions. You can love your baby and imagine bad things. You can want to strangle the father, and still he's the love of your life. And while being incredibly hard, motherhood is still the most amazing thing. Otherwise, nobody would have brothers or sisters. Needing help doesn't make you incompetent. In fact, competence is about getting the support you need when the going gets tough. So if you're struggling and you're in Ithaca, please come to our support meetings at Jillian's Drawers on Tuesday mornings. And if you live on the other side of the planet or have a day job, you can join us on the phone. The Postpartum Depression Recovery Speakeasy is coming up this Tuesday at 8:30. The details are at ppd2joy.com. And please help me spread the word, because it's time to change the conversation. Let's remove guilt and shame from the mothering experience. Thank you so very much.